Hello and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton, and today we're going to talk about arts opportunities and arts classes, and very exciting. Meet our guest, Danny Devlin. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here this morning.
Well, we're happy to have you in the city.
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about your background and how you got here, because it's been less than a year so far.
Yeah, I started in the position in the very end of August, beginning of September, after my wife and I moved here to the Hampton Roads area from Bismarck, North Dakota, of all places.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, how did you end up in Bismarck in the first place? Because that's not where you're from.
No, so I'm from Northern Virginia, and I went to college at Christopher Newport University, so we're already familiar with the Hampton Roads area. And I did my PhD in theater history and performance studies at the University of Kansas. Accidentally fell in love with a Kansas girl, and was offered a job in Bismarck, and we moved up there together and spent 7 years there. Until we moved back to the Virginia area.
Yeah, but you weren't, just spending time. It wasn't just a job. You were an assistant professor. You were department chair. You were really running a lot of things there at the college level.
Yeah, I was teaching and directing and producing, and then on the side, I was also the artistic director for the community theater in the Bismarck as well for a couple of years. So it was a great time in our lives, but we're very happy to be back in Virginia. Last April, we got 3 feet of snow in the middle of April, and we thought, well, time to go somewhere where we can deal with snow. Can't deal with that much snow at that time of the year.
That's a lot, and it's just so cold so much of the time.
Yeah.
So, but also, we're really lucky because I don't know that we've had someone with your really extensive background in this position before.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to be here and learning a lot very quickly, and I think there's some really great opportunities to develop arts education programming for students of all ages.
So what is your vision? What are you doing? What do you like to do? What kind of programs should we be expecting?
Yeah,
and you can start with this spring, or you can talk in general.
That's a great question. I'll start generally, actually.
Okay.
We've had in the past a really robust homeschool program that I think we need to bring back. I'd love to see the development of a teaching artist program where we train artists to go into classrooms and integrate arts education with learning opportunities for young children in the Hampton Roads area. So we're doing a little bit of development in that area. I'd love to see even innovative opportunities. So I'm playing around with the idea that we'll do a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that features arts integrated elements into it, learning how to draw characters and role play characters, while at the same time teaching the STEM side of things, because it's all probability and math. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, there's a number of opportunities that I think can be really great, and whether we do those for homeschool or as after-school programs or both, I think that there's a number of ways we can develop innovative and really engaging opportunities for students. But this spring, we have coming up April 3rd through 7th, the Spring Fling Visual Arts Camp, where we'll be doing 5 days of visual arts lessons taught by one of our instructors in the areas of drawing and assemblage and collage and painting and watercolors. So it's a really great opportunity for students to get just a little bit of experience in a variety of different areas.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And one of the other things I'm really proud of is we're beginning a partnership with the Armed Services Arts Partnership, which is also known as ASAP. It's a nonprofit run out of the Northern Virginia, D.C. area, but it has a national presence, and they offer free arts workshops for military community members, veterans, active duty, and military families.
Wow, that'll be huge here because, we have the highest per capita amount of veterans than any other community in Virginia, and we have a lot of active duty people and their families, especially if someone's off on deployment. Let's have opportunities for the spouse or the family.
Absolutely. And ASAP has a really strong presence on the south side. Hasn't really penetrated onto the peninsula yet, but I think that, as you said, there's an enormous opportunity for it here. So we're going to be starting with a stage combat workshop in March.
Wait, stage combat?
Stage combat.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's learning fight choreography, how to make it look good but be safe, and it's going to be 3 hours.
Fun.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 hours, and it's going to be unarmed stage combat. Maybe in the future we'll do with swords and things like that, which is also fun. But
you got to work up to that.
You got to work up to that. Yeah, exactly. In May we'll be doing one in watercolors at the Charles H. Taylor Visual Arts Center. In April we'll be doing watercolors, and in May we'll be doing sort of like a general acting taster at the American Theater in May for our military community members. So I'm really excited about that one.
That is great.
Yeah.
And you are also, you have spring classes coming up, and then you will have summer programs as well, right?
Yeah, so we will be having summer camp programs in both the visual and performing arts. One of the great things about working at Hampton Arts is that we have both the Charles H. Taylor Visual Arts Center, just a beautiful building.
It is, yeah.
And they do such a terrific job there. So we'll be doing a number of different arts classes there for kids. And in the mornings and in the afternoons, we'll be having performing arts classes at the American Theater in Phoebus, which again is just beautiful buildings here.
They're both,
yeah.
Really older historic buildings that the city renovated.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful that we were able to save those.
It is.
And I say the city did it, but there was also a lot of private fundraising involved, of course.
And it is just so cool to show up and go to work in a 1908 theater every day. Like, what a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So will you be teaching some of the theater courses yourself, or are you too busy managing to teach?
So my job is primarily management, so I'm looking for teachers and counselors, students, some experience in the performing or visual arts who have some experience, and then I'll be working with them to lay out teaching plans, lesson plans, outcomes, all of that sort of thing, so that I can focus on the management side of things a little bit more.
Will that be hard, not to have your hands in either performing or directing,
Yeah. It is hard, and I'm learning how to do that, and I'm certain that there are going to be opportunities for me to teach in the future. I just need to I need to get a job under the belt a little bit more, feel comfortable managing things, and then I'll find opportunities to do some of the teaching.
Yeah, that's right. What else do we need to know? Are there key dates for registrations, things like that coming up?
So the immediate one is for the Spring Fling Visual Arts Camp. That's registration closes at the end of March, and the camp runs the 3rd through the 7th of April from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Which is spring break, at least in Hampton. I don't know about the other localities.
Yep, spring break for the Hampton schools, Hampton City schools. So that's the big one. The Stage Combat Workshop for the Armed Services Arts Partnership is going to be March 11th.
That is so cool.
Yep, and you can register for that right now at asap.org. And we haven't launched summer yet, but when that goes up, that'll be available at hamptonarts.org.
And a lot of your camps fill up pretty quickly, right?
They do.
So I think we need to remind Hampton families to jump on it when those dates pop up, and to watch e-news, because we'll make sure people know about when those deadlines are.
Absolutely, and to follow our pages on Facebook, where we push out a lot of this stuff as well, the American Theater and the Charles H. Taylor Visual Arts Center, and always to visit the hamptonarts.org website, which has just all the information you'll need, and contact information for me if there are any questions. I'd be happy to answer.
Okay, that's awesome. Anything I forgot to ask you?
I think you've done a very thorough job, to be honest with you.
Well, thanks, and I'm so glad you're here.
I
look forward to really exciting, fun opportunities.
Yeah, I look forward to running them, and I hope I can come back and speak about them.
That would be great.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. I hope you are as excited as I am about all the wonderful arts education opportunities in both theater and visual arts. It should be exciting and a whole lot of fun. Thanks for watching.